Hello, hello. It's Koi in the building. Queen Koi in the building, y'all. It's been a minute. I'm sure I've said this multiple times, but I have no shame in my game. I need to relax. I need to self-care, and I need to come back stronger. So here I am, coming back with new episodes. We're tapping into the full moon energy today. And you can look forward to more energy scopes with me, which that includes chakra info, that includes moonology, that includes the zodiac messages. Okay. But again, right now we're going to stay focused on the full moon. So as I'm recording this, we are about to enter the full moon in Aries. Okay. Aries is very fiery. It's a fire sign. It's very independent. It's very impulsive, but it's also a leader. And one thing I know about Aries, when Aries knows and feels good with what they're moving forward with, you cannot stop them. They go straight head on. That Aries ram hard head. You cannot tell Aries, no, this is wrong if they are convicted. Straight like that. So with the full moon, though, with it being in the full moon, we're going to see how this can kind of go into, raise up these emotions. The full moon always illuminates these hidden emotions, right? The subconscious things that were hidden. So right now we're going to talk about what's being illuminated during the time of the Aries full moon, right? What really do we need to let go of so we can actually make room for something new? What's being ready to emerge. And of course, I'll leave you with some, some questions to ponder. All right. And some advice, of course. So let's get into it. All right. So these are my chakra cards and right off the deck, right off. Ooh. This is actually, I've never seen this card. This is the full moon. Full moon. This is the cover picture. I've never gotten this. And this is a 9. Very interesting. 9 talks about independence for sure. Let's read from it. So for me, this is about the native heart, and it talks about energy, not only chakras but other things that align with like indigenous folk, so conscious channeling, very interesting. Let's put this here. I don't know if y'all can see it. It looks like you can. All right, so it says allow something to come to you, the flow of ideas, renewed connection. Yum, yum, yum. So this is kind of long. So whatever pops out. Okay, this is popping out for me. Guidance may come through as a sense of knowing, feeling, hearing, and or seeing. Divine guidance is the gentle, loving voice of one's soul, nothing more. There truly is no better attuned to receive guidance for you than yourself. In the event of the channeling from another, the most valuable guidance will come through when you become a bridge between the client and their higher self. Very interesting. I don't know why they're talking about the client and stuff. From reading this is giving me vibes of like how tarot readings and like what I'm doing right now, oracle readings and whatnot, divination comes through, and then you do feel, you see, you hear, really depending on what your gifts are, right? But how do you find those gifts? Through self-improvement, through personal development, through connecting with spirit, and trusting what spirit is revealing to you, whether it is through sight, whether it is through hearing, whether it is through feeling. Those are the main 3. There are other ways, but just like the creative arts, right? There is visual arts where people are painting, drawing, all those things that are visually receptive, right? And then you have the performing arts where there is audio, the music, right? The singing, right? That sound frequency. And then you also have the action, the feeling, that actor and actress, right, that literally embodies the channeling. You know, even dancing is movement. So there are other ways to be creative, right? But those are the main dogs. And just like the Trinity, right? Father, mother, child. There is a sense of three and working together, like the triangle. There is a triangle here, right? And an upside down triangle here. And that's reminding me of the elements. That's also reminding me of the Star of David. Look that up, y'all, because if it resonates, you know, because I can't really tell you exactly what that means, but I do know it means something along of the equilibrium. If I'm saying that correctly, autonomy, self-autonomy, right? Things of that nature. But it's interesting. Channeling is not about initiating and connecting with spirit, as that would suggest separation and you're always connected. A true channel is one that allows themselves to be the conduit of higher guidance, right? As above, so below. Remaining open to receive and trust the guidance can be delivered in countless ways. Exactly what I was saying. So let's see, kind of. Let's get into okay, of course. Let me go get that. Okay, so this card is going to represent what needs to be let go of and what needs to be emerged. Let's get one more card, please. There you go. I'm going to put that. Oh, look, fire's coming through. All right, these cards can go either way because honestly, like, look, I'll show y'all this and I'll show y'all this. I'm going to have it like this. What needs to be let go of, yeah, there's something here that's reminding me of something that needs to be spoken through, right? Maybe there's been some hidden anger that's been going on. And there's something that needs to, I'm also hearing like apology, sorry, I don't know. And then it's almost like asking for help. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper up in this beast. Okay. So let's talk about the illumination. Okay. Illumination here. 7 of Cups, 9 of Swords. Yeah. So I think that viewers, like, you've been getting like a lot of doubts because there has been a lot of abundance coming your way, but reminding me of Jupiter, like the sign of Jupiter. Is Jupiter in retrograde? I think it is. Jupiter is a planet of benevolent energy, right? It gives. It's lucky. It's like the Wheel of Fortune almost. But sometimes when you receive so much, it comes to a point where you need to be like, whoa, wait a second. There needs to be a boundary, because then it can turn into like gluttony and greed, right? For this, though, the 7 of Cups is like overwhelmment. This is straight up overwhelmment. This is so weird. I don't know who this is for, but maybe you are like new on a spiritual journey. Maybe you are new on self-discovery and just understanding like what gifts do you really have? What are your God-given talents? You know, how do I actually utilize this in a creative form? And I just want to tell you that creativity is not an action. It's a mindset. It's a way to actually transform. It's a way that you understand the receptivity, the channeling of the consciousness, right? And then how do you process that? How do you digest that into your own unique way to actually birth something that came from the idea, right? That ideation. And how do you present that in the concept in that way to actually share it with somebody now, right? And there is a trial and error process. With creativity, it is always going to be trial and error, always. Let's get a little bit, let's get one more here. Anything else want to come through? Okay, no. So let's see, what's needed to like be let go here? Okay. We got the cups. Yeah, see, it's like this emotion here. Can you see these cards in here? Yeah. There's definitely like some type of emotion going on. I'm gonna need another card for this one. Because it's reminding me someone walking towards something, someone like journeying. Like the Knight cards always is about like movement here. And there's a lot of knowledge within. Let's get one more card. There we go. The Dragon, the King of Cups. Wow, there's nothing but emotions. Let me pause for a second with this one. So there's something that you really desired, right? You romanticized this. You, you know, you wished, you hoped and dreamed that someone would come help you with this for a lot of you. But it's almost like you never spoke it. The emotions just sat there. And it's reminding me right now of like, I had a conversation with somebody and they were saying like, yeah, like a lot of times I don't ask for help because so many people have disappointed me. So I've just made up in my mind that I have to do it myself. And if I can't do it, then like, I don't know. And I'm just like, well, I get you, but there needs to be a balance here, because what happens when, you know, when you do start asking for help, like, are you, my mom used to always say, people cut off their nose to spite their face. Meaning, like, sometimes, like, you violently self-sabotage yourself, right? To, unbeknownst, get attention. But it's like, you're telling yourself you don't want the attention, but you do something to get attention. It's so counteractive. It's so not. But it's like, okay, for some of you, you've really been wanting, you know, let's talk about the romantic here, because you've really been wanting some type of fulfillment. It could be a person, right? Let's say it's a family. You've really been wanting a family, right? But what's being illuminated here is the fear that you've been holding about this, and the fear of your desire that, you know, actually makes you feel good. But it's like now you're saying like, but no, I don't want this. I don't want to feel good, because you're afraid. And what's really needs to be released is, for some, what needs to be released is that romanticized version, and really step into the reality of your emotions, because the King of Cups like knows its emotions, honors its emotions, and moves forward towards its emotions, right? It releases the fear. It knows how to transmute that, right? But not everybody is emotionally intelligent, okay? Not everybody is not everybody is going to sit with themselves, or not everybody even knows themselves as much and deep as the King of Cups. And the King of Cups in its shadow aspect, right, will manipulate things, will react from impulse of the emotions. And it will also kind of like create a facade in a way for someone so they can get what they want, so they can reach that happy ending. And then it's almost like, it's almost kind of like, well, you know, like some people will go to the end of the world to do certain tasks, right? So they can be seen and be famous, right? Or infamous or whatever, right? And it's kind of like, but why? At the end of it all, it's like, why? For others, I'm also feeling like you kind of don't want to go through it because you're afraid, right? And you have those mixed feelings again. But it always lashes out towards somebody else, and then it will be mirrored back to you. So I really feel like what needs to be released right now is those deep-seated emotions. What needs to be released right now are those energies that you really want, like those hopes, those dreams and desires. Those need to be released as well, so you're not attached to that. Because when you're attaching to something that wants to manifest, it can't really, go out into the universe and do its thing and come back in the way that is best for you, right? So that's what needs to be released. Let's really talk about this over here. Let's talk about what's really trying to be emerged here. Because it looks like something, either you're actually going to speak up, right? And get that help that you need. Or someone's going to come through and help you. We're going to get one more. This can go either way. It really depends on you. Ooh. Yeah, that one fell. Look at the Ace of Cups came through. Page of Coins. So this really depends on you. Like, clearly this is general reading. But I think something is truly trying to ground, right? But before it grounds, I feel like you need to ask for help. Ask for help to protect your ideas. Ask for help to know how to speak these ideas, right? Speak and feel truthful of what you want to bring into this, because you will get your Ace of Cups as long as you are being true to yourself. Because you do want some comfort. You do want some type of security here. But you have to speak that into existence. That's what's trying to come through here. There's so much energy spent on, oh my God, what if? Oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. Analysis paralysis, right? But what really needs to be released are the emotions, both good and bad. Whatever you're holding on to and attached to needs to be released. Those dreams that you had, honor those dreams, honor those desires, and stand true with that. I'm surprised the Ace of the Ace of Swords isn't in here. This is all about like feelings here, which I find very funny. But see, we're in Libra season right now. And there's a balance. This is how you understand what's true for you and what's true, the overall true, right? Because it's almost like, well, you can control your life, right? But it's already written for you. So the universe controls it at the end of the day, right? But when you understand your truth, you understand what you can control and what you cannot. So there's always this balance and this discernment, self-judgment, not judging of internal emotions, or what I say, subjective. I always get subjective and objective wrong. I don't know why. But you don't look at yourself in a way that's like, oh, judging. Like, look at her. She's just horrible, crying over there in that corner. Why would you do that? She's so weak, right? You don't do that, right? You don't do that at all. You feel that, right? If it comes up and it's like these thoughts in your mind that, damn, I feel so weak right now. Like, look at me crying over this spilt milk. Or look at me crying over my ex that I, said I didn't love, but I still love. You know what I'm saying? But you say, okay, this is what I'm crying about. I'll work through this. Continue to let it release and remove any energies that are weighing you down, any shame, any guilt, any disillusions, right? Just stand in your present moment. And a lot of times people have a hard time doing that. So, this full moon is really bringing a lot of energy around your emotions, right? Energy of how to channel those emotions and how to act in that, so you can therefore create the truth of what you want to do and honor that. Like we were talking about, Aries is that leader. How will you lead these emotions, right? How will you lead someone, you know, to your fire, to your passions? How will you show up in those ways? Write those questions down, because I probably won't be able to answer them, but we're going to get some advice for sure. Going to get some advice for sure. And see, this is what can cause people to not move as well, because strive for progress, not perfection. You know, Rome was not built overnight. Anything big that you're trying to create, if you haven't, like when you're starting from scratch, okay, that is not going to happen overnight. It's not. Each step in each stage, each season needs to be explored, you know, experienced, and moved forward in a way that's like, all right, trial and error, cause and effect. Look, for some of you, a lot of you guys are starting something very new, very fresh, and this is a new adventure for you. Release. I'm also hearing, like, and it's so funny, release. Release these emotions that just do not serve you. You know, the lies that you may be telling yourself. And ask yourself, if you really are in that much of disillusionment, ask yourself, what do I truly feel? And write it down. Write it down. Because you know what? Your feelings will come and go. But your emotions are like arrows. They direct you towards something that's going on that's a lot deeper than what your brain can actually comprehend. It needs to be processed. It needs to be processed. And rescue. Here we go again with this hand out. You're going to get the help you need, and I truly feel like Spirit will definitely help you. And that's what you need to trust first and foremost. Trust Spirit will help you and guide you and give you these answers, give you some questions, you know, and this, whatever comes up, trust that that's Spirit, right? And then work towards it in increments, you know, ask. So this is one thing that you can ask. What do I need help with, right? Why do I feel like I don't need help? Why do I feel like ashamed of asking for help? Right? And if you don't feel ashamed, then what do you really need help with, right? And when you make that list of what you need help with, then you start looking for someone that can ask you for that help, right? I said to that person a few days ago that was talking about how they don't ask people for help, they do everything on their own. When you know what you need, ask for help, that just makes it a lot easier. You're not going to ask a heart doctor if you have a foot problem. You're just not, right? So if you have a foot problem, don't go asking and expecting the heart doctor to tell you and direct you to what your needs are. No, you go to that foot doctor and then you start asking questions. And if that foot doctor can't help you, boom, they can't. On to the next, okay? And then you always connect with Spirit and ask, where should I go? Is this person truly who they say they are? You know, what else do I need? Is it the toe? Is it the heel? What part of the foot is it? You get my gist? So I'm at 23 minutes, y'all. I didn't want to make it too long, but thank y'all for those that always stay around and listen to the whole thing. I truly appreciate y'all. If you're on my Substack list, you know, if you're receiving the emails and you haven't subscribed, please do. Substack has a lot of great things here, and I'm going to get some exclusive content where I'm going to be able to create some things and actually show you all some visuals of what I'm creating new. And also, yeah, there's just like a few things that I need help with, honestly, because I'm building something new, really stepping into my leadership, my mission, and helping young teen creatives with their emotions, with their creative issues and whatnot, and really bringing them to the forefront of, you know, guiding them in that way to actually create something and tap into their passions. I still help women that are creativepreneurs looking to brand their niche, right, or explore their niche. So all of that jazz, I'm building my community and I'd love for you to be a part of it. So if you're here watching this on YouTube, like, share, subscribe. If you would love to read and get more advice about the spiritual entrepreneurial path, definitely check out the Substack, because a lot of the energy scopes, the fun facts, and just advice, you know, on the spiritual journey is going to be in Substack. So I'd love for you to subscribe so that way you can get a lot of those new goodies that are on that channel. And you can be alerted basically when I post things. And it's not really like YouTube. So all right, so that's all I have for you. Definitely look out for more. I'm going to be doing some zodiac signs messages throughout that can help you through the Libra season. And yeah, just be that guiding light on your spiritual journey, especially when you're creating a brand that comes authentically from you through spirit and through your soul mission. All right. Until next time, y'all, I'm outie. Peace.